I was a huge fan of Scott's work, so I knew his work before, and the Exorcism of Emily Rose was a very striking movie to me because it gives you the chance to either believe that whatever happened in that movie was, either the invention or creation of a sick mind, or, the the presence or the influence of an evil spirit or an, evil force. So depending on how you walk into the theater and what your beliefs were and what your background is, then you would pick one of the two. And I think that also in Deliver Us from Evil, Scott has, he offers the same possibility. He knows he's flawed, he knows he's fallen, he's back on his feet, and he's trying every day to stay on his feet and to stay, on the right path. And because he knows that he's not morally superior in a way, he's he's closer to the gospel, in my opinion. Within the context of the story, because he knows that he's a human being, and with certain beliefs, and that I find very, very, very interesting and very touching about this character. Mendoza has the knowledge. He has the knowledge, but he doesn't have the faculties. He doesn't. He has the information. He knows how to do it, but there's a faculty that Sarchie has that Mendoza doesn't. Mendoza doesn't hear things. He doesn't see things. Because he's not susceptible. He understands it. He's a consultant, but Sarchie has the faculties. He's got the inner faculty for it. So they need each other. One has the information, and the other one has the intuition for it. I held interviews with exorcists, with priests, with Jesuit priests. For me, it was more than putting together an exorcist. I wanted to understand the mentality of a priest, and of a priest of this, of this kind. The priest who doesn't believe that he's above all sins and that comes from a place of more, superior morality. For me, it was very important to understand what a priest thinks and feels when he's not preaching or giving, the sermon at church on Sundays, a Catholic priest. Then I was lucky enough to talk to priests who were open to share their everyday feelings or everyday, anxieties or everyday urges as any other human being. And for me, that was very important. It was very important to understand how a priest feels every day. And I was thrilled when I found out that he was going to be my mate in the movie. I was really happy. I think he's a very serious actor, very compassionate, very relaxed, very committed, and it was a pleasure for me to work with him.